recovery is the most important part of training. Without it, every time we ride our bikes, we'd get worse, which would suck.
It would indeed. One of the limiting factors in terms of how much you can ride your bike and how much you can train is how quickly you can recover. Faster recovery equals a faster, stronger you. So here is how to do it.
What?
Recover faster. Keep up.
No, sorry mate. First and foremost, recovery happens when we're resting. So we should aim to do just that. However, most of us lead hectic lives, and so we probably don't have the luxury of being able to collapse on the sofa after a hard ride. Although that is probably something we should all aim for at least.
Yeah, I definitely aim for that most days. And you should particularly think about the timing of your training sessions as well. So if you're someone with a very busy and hectic job, it's probably best not to do your training sessions before work. Instead, do them after work. That way when you get home, you can relax before going to bed.
Yeah, because bed, or more accurately sleep, is even more important to your recovery than you might think. Even power naps have an incredibly beneficial effect on your recovery.
I'm not sure that now's the best time for a power nap, Si. Maybe wait till you get home. Immediately after we have finished our exercise, we will want to replenish the nutrient stores in our body as quickly as we possibly can. So you'll have burnt through a fair number of calories, which you want to replace using carbohydrates, and will also have damaged a fair bit of muscle tissue. So you want to try and repair that with the use of amino acids. So as soon as you can, eat or drink something which contains both of these.
Yeah, and both are absolutely essential. However, they're essential in different proportions. So you'd probably be looking at a ratio of about 3 grams of carbohydrate to 1 gram of protein. And if the speed of recovery is important to you, then what you choose to eat is really, really crucial. Particularly the case of milk, which is a really popular and genuinely effective thing to drink in order to help your recovery. However, it takes much longer to digest than a simple whey or soy protein, for example, because of the other protein that's found in milk called casein, and that has a tendency to sit in your stomach. Effectively, it's kind of what makes cheese cheese.
There's no doubt then that recovery drink, a specific product, is very easy in terms of getting something down you very quickly that ticks all of the boxes that we have just mentioned. So why not take a recovery drink immediately after your ride, then wait an hour or so before you consume something solid. Now our nutritional partners at SIS have got a recovery drink which also contains an extra amino acid which is called leucine, which has been shown to switch on muscle synthesis, so that might also be something that you want to consider. Within reason though, anything is better than nothing. So consume and eat or drink something immediately after your ride.
Of course, what you eat immediately post-exercise is really, really important, but it is nothing without a good diet to back it up. And part of that is actually healthy snacks between meals. So what they do is make sure that your body has a steady supply of all the nutrients that it needs in order to recover quickly. But you want to avoid sugars. What you're looking for is complex carbohydrates with a bit of protein every 3 hours or so.
Eating as regularly as that though will mean that you don't need to eat quite as much for your main meals, but what you should still concentrate on is stacking in the fruit and veg, because these are essential for keeping you as healthy as possible. I think I've had enough now.
You've eaten everything except your fruit, your veg. You've just got peas left.
Yeah. Finally, a really important factor when it comes to your recovery is the type of training that you're doing. So what you're probably going to find is that doing consistent but slightly less demanding training is going to be far more beneficial for you than smashing yourself to pieces 1 day a week and trying to recover over the next 6 days.
Yeah, now that is clearly an extreme example, but do bear in mind that what riding that you do on a given day will impact the riding that you have planned on following days. And that ultimately, the keys to successful training are variety and consistency. So next time you think you might as well just smash it up the last climb of the day as hard as you possibly can, just have a think about what you got planned for the day after and the day after that.
Does that mean I can't smash it at the last climb?
You were smashing it, were you?
I have been smashing it.
All right. Well, you can probably get that speed, I guess.
faster recovery as a series of steps to follow then is actually quite simple. Make sure that you get enough quality rest, eat and drink as soon as you get back from your training sessions, and then consistently throughout the day. Lay off the big vitamin supplementation and make sure you do consistent training to maximise the benefits.
Yeah, now if you are interested in this topic and want a bit more information, then why not click up there, and we've got a video about how much protein do cyclists really need. Or for a similar thing, how about just down there to actually know what to eat and drink on the bike, because that will also have an effect on your recovery.
Subscribe to the channel for free by clicking on the globe somewhere on this screen, and if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. There's an icon just down below.